So I want to provide an update on the whole 240, 220 volt discussion. A lot of commenters about it in some of the previous videos. And while I don't disagree, 240 is the standard in the US. When you plug in some heavy loads like the Bolt or another EV like this Tesla Model Y, while having your air conditioning running like I do right now, along with our dryer, what we see is a voltage drop, which results in a slightly lower kilowatt rating or draw that can go into the cars. So as you can see, my Emporia charger is drawing nothing right now. The panel with the hot tub, there's nothing being drawn on it, but it is the circuit that the juice box is tied into to charge the Tesla. If we go into the Tesla app, you can see it's currently not charging, but if I start charging, it'll show us the voltage where it's starting, and you can see it's 228, but no draw. As this ramps up, you're going to see that this will drop. I'm just waiting for it to get to the full speed. $20 amps, 32. It's trying to get there right now. It takes it a second. Now we're at 40 amps. And you can see the voltage is setting at about 220 volts, and it did start out at 227. If we go back to the Emporia view, we can see that now nearly 9.2 amps is going into that sub panel that has the juice box. So I'm now going to go back to the Tesla app, and I'm going to show you that voltage again. We're at 219, about the same as what it was a moment ago. But now we're going to plug in the Bolt, and I have the Emporia set for the full 48 amp draw because it's on it's hardwired, and we're going to see what happens here. Okay, it just clicked. Voltage bumped up for a split second. And you can see the charging went right back to zero for a moment on the Tesla. And it will ramp back up. But we're going to see the voltage drop even further than it was before. Now we're down to 213 volts. And we're at 211 volts, drawing 40 amps off the juice box. And we go back to the charger in the whole house. We can see that the house is now drawing 24.7, almost, 24.8 amps. The Emporia's charger is pulling 10.3 amps. And the sub panel with the juice box is down to 8.8. So it lost about 300 total watts of charging capability, and the Emporia is actually down about 800 or 900 watts from what it's theoretically capable of. If I go back to the Tesla, stop the charging, it's working on it. Should stop. It has stopped. I heard it click. I go back here. I can see the sub panel is back to zero. Total use on the house is at 16. And the Emporia has actually gone up about 300 watts. So there are slight differences, but I just want to point out that when you get heavy loads on these homes, and I didn't realize this until I started looking at these, but the voltage will dip the heavier the load. And I have 150 amp service currently and have no issues. It's just little things I noticed. Thank you for tuning in.